So, quick recap from last session. Y'all end up coming into the Whisperleaf Hamlet. You're walking in, you end up finding Elendor, Casimir's uncle, here under the tree, or under his tree, surrounded by the locals. You end up finding out he's pretty sick. In fact, Lyrian Quillsong, the tailkeeper for the village, end up kind of telling y'all what happened there, where due to poisoning of the Echo Pool, Elendor's fallen sick from that. So kind of came from the poisoning that, and you kind of got the idea that one was kind of tied with the other. After kind of going through some back and forth there, Gedrick actually tried to remove Kashmir's curse from him after Kaz kind of told them what was going on. But it was unsuccessful. After which, Lyrian ended up taking all of you into kind of the village proper, and you'll end up splitting kind of mid-afternoon, evening, between the Library of Lost Beginnings and the Leaf and Lantern. Gedrick and Jean-Luc both went over to the Library of Lost Beginnings, where Gedrick worked a little bit with Lyrian to find out some information about kind of what's going on, the history of the Feywild. I found out about a few of the domains within this area of the Feywild that is kind of controlled by, or what was created by Lorican, Casimir's father. After that, or while he was doing that, Jean-Luc ended up spending some time with the Treant librarian, Elderbow, who ended up showing him some quick reads, some fun things to kind of look around and read while he's out and about. After y'all finish up in the library, you end up meeting back with Casimir and Kaelin in the Leaf and Lantern, where you find that Kaz was already fairly intoxicated on the local favorite, the Elderflower Echo. After getting him to calm down and going through all the motions with that, you end up looking for a place to stay in Grindle the Tavern Keep. Actually offered for y'all to stay at the tavern before y'all kind of continue on your way. So,
Grindle was a turtle. I just remembered that.
Yep. No. He was a grung.
That's right, a grung. That's right. Frog.
Yeah.
That's right.
So, that is where we're going to pick up. The evening has kind of subsided. You've all made your way up to rooms, kind of split out for the evening. Any last things before y'all rest for the night?
From my end, Lyrian gave me that ring of remembrance. Is that something that you were going to give me that you've created that I'm going to have in my possession, or
I will.
Okay, I was just checking because I remember that she had given she had said something about it having special traits or something like that. Even if you had something basic for me to know what it is, because
I totally forgot about that. So it's in my notes.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, because the only thing I can recall is thinking through my notes was that somehow that ring might be important for Kaz if we're going to go and get the Sword of Memories that we learned about in the library. And if we're gonna go to the Blooming Cascade to go and find it. Because I am stacked with attuned items right now. I have no room for any more attuned items, and I thought, oh well, it'd be interesting to know what that is. So for now, I just wanted to ask in case it was pertinent to any major story details. Otherwise,
I don't think it will be for today.
Cool. Then Gedrick will do his usual evening routine of going back through his mother's exercises before going to bed. He'll pull Palmer out, let him flit around the room that he's in. And that he's gonna go to bed. He's learned a lot.
Casimir, Kaylin, anything on your side of things?
I'm probably just gonna head to my room and go to sleep because I'm tired.
Okay.
Yeah, Kaz would probably kind of stumble into whichever room he's in, and just like kind of fall down onto the floor very, very loud, very like obnoxiously, to be honest, and just still kind of like singing or humming to himself as like he falls asleep.
Awesome. Well, as the evening concludes, pretty peaceful, you hear the chitter of the insects and creatures kind of in the trees. You hear the occasional groan of twisting wood. And the occasional cough that you hear from the village center. Kind of that ever reminder that your uncle's sick. But sleep does find you all. And as you awake in the morning, you're actually awoken by the call of Lyrian. Being that y'all are kind of in this rotunda of a hallway. Kind of think of like a neighborhood cul-de-sac. You've got the rooms kind of gathered around, and she calls out from the center of the rotunda. Well, good morning. It's time to go, or at least wake up and get to moving. And she starts walking to the doors, rapping on the doors with her sharp knuckles.
Gedrick comes out promptly and just says, good morning, Lyrian. Thank you.
Good morning, Gedrick. How are you?
Okay. Last night's rest was okay. Been thinking about Kaz and his family. Hoping that we can help him find peace.
I understand. It's something we all want. Unfortunately, it's affecting more than just him.
Indeed. Is there a way for us to travel with expediency to someplace like the Blossoming Cascade from here?
Well, that was something that I've been working on through the evening and morning. I was able to get some Gloamsteed that we can allow you to ride towards the Blooming Cascades.
Gloamsteed, I'm not familiar with.
They're a bit of an odd creature. Horse in nature, winged. Generally much larger than your typical horse, and one of its features is it is quite gangly. They almost look like they've never eaten, and you'll note that they also a bit have the look of a unicorn.
Fascinating.
We've acquired a handful of them now for our friend Casimir, as a horse on a horse is probably not fun. I do have a way to allow him the ability to fly.
Oh, we're going to be flying. I see. Okay. Gedrick, looks down at Palmer while she tells him this and says, "Well, little buddy, I guess you're going to get to spread your wings today." And then he puts his quarterstaff with the focus on it and kind of like straps it down, with some mild nervousness about this. Been some time since I've flown. I hope it's like riding a bike or a horse.
Well, these Gloamsteed are quite trained. I don't think there'll be any issues. They know the way to the Cascades. While they won't go in them, they'll get you to the base of them.
I see. Well, thank you very much, Lillian. I'm very grateful for that.
Didn't I tell you to get your horse's ass up?
I'm coming.
And where's your girlfriend?
It probably shouldn't say it like that. Let me go see if I can wake her. And Gedrick goes up with his claws and does like a little light tapping, kind of like trying to be melodic about it, and says, "Kaylin, are you awake, my dear? It's time for us to go."
What do you want?
We would like to go and check out these Gloomsteeds. Apparently, we're going to be flying today. Sounds like fun.
Who said anything about flying?
Well, I think Lillian told us this yesterday. I could be mistaken. Clearly, we've all slept really well.
Last thing I remember is my big hoofed friend getting drunk and dancing in a bar.
That does sound very familiar.
That's what I remember. And now we're flying? Is he even capable? Is he even well rested enough to fly?
I think that Lillian has come up with a game plan for that, yes. But to be fair, Casimir has gotten drunk off his ass and danced around before. To be fair, the dancing was a bit more fighting related. You're right. You're right. I apologize, Kaylin. But yes, apparently we're going to be flying. It's the fastest way for us to get to where we need to go.
Okay, I'll be down in a minute.
Very good.
And Kaz opens the door I'm here. What?
We're going to go ride some Glomsteed and travel to the Blooming Cascade. Go follow up the lead on the special sword that might be of use to you.
Glomsteed. That doesn't seem to really work for the horse's ass I have.
Well,
I'm inclined to agree.
I have obtained a way to be able to make you fly with the Glomsteed.
It doesn't.
Is he going to grow wings?
Involve wires, does it?
It does not involve wires. It does not involve wings.
Oh.
But I have been able to acquire a scroll of flying that will allow him to make this travel.
Okay.
Just picturing Kaz like actually running.
Guess we'll see how that works.
Kaylin has made her way into wherever everyone is.
So y'all are kind of out in this rotunda. There are like some couches, and then there's the doors to the rooms, kind of in a circular area. So it's kind of like a little community living room, as you may.
Can you describe exactly what we're flying? Like, I know you probably did already, but I didn't hear it, so I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I actually sent a picture of it in the roundtable messages, but it's a Glomsteed. It is a twisted equine fey beast.
Pretty. Nice. I look at Kaz and I say to him, "How are you getting up there, friend?"
Well, he's not going to be flying, dear.
Wait a minute. Wait. What do you mean he's not going to be flying?
Not on the Glomsteed. He will be flying, but he will not be riding the Glomsteed.
You can fly?
Not yet, but he will.
It doesn't involve wings.
This I have to see.
Well, if we go outside, I can cast the spell and he can make some laps around the village.
Can I fly on him?
That's up for him.
I look at Kaz and I say, Can I sit on you while you fly?
Sure. Kaz is not enthused about this flying thing.
Out of game question, would this be an animal handling check or a person handling check?
Well, we haven't gotten there. And you wouldn't necessarily be controlling Casimir, so it wouldn't necessarily be a check for you at all.
If anything, it'd be an acrobatics check to see if you stay on.
Probably. To be fair, given both of your guys' backstory, I feel like the question is almost inverse. I feel like Kaz needs to do an animal handling check just as much.
Truth.
Oh!
Truth.
I forgot. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Really funny.
Anyways.
Well, Lydian, lead the way, unless everybody needs breakfast.
Well, I've had some packs made for you. There's some bread, some meat, and she ends up out of her bag. She pulls out 4 different sacks and hands it to the 3 of you, as well as Jean-Luc, who is here but not here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as one of you open it up, you'll see like a small loaf of bread. You'll see some fruits. You'll see a couple slabs of meat. Just something to kind of get you through the day. Definitely enough to cover a full day's worth of rations. So, well, if you're ready,
let's get to flying.
We can go outside. We'll give you a couple laps around the village, as it may be, and then we can set you off.
Very good.
All right.
So, well, here we go. And she starts leading her way out of the Leaf and Lantern, out towards kind of the city, the village square. As you step out, God.
Before she casts this, I think Casimir would give her the little hold signal, kind of like how a batter does whenever he needs practice swings or whatever.
Yeah.
And he'll kind of stretch a little bit as he's going, stretch his arms and legs and whatnot, kind of like that'll do anything for him.
Yeah.
Picturing him repeating to himself from Harry Potter, up, up, up.
But as you'll start, go ahead, Kaylin.
Kaylin takes out an invisible fake camera and starts pretending to take pictures of Kaz doing this, and to keep mental pictures in her head.
And as you'll have stepped out here into the village square, you do notice it's a slightly darker tint of gray than it was yesterday. As you look around, you see more branches have fallen off the trees. You actually see a larger, what might be an oak, has fallen and is kind of covering the main road out of town. As you hear the constant cough from Elendor.
All right, get on. We need to go.
What's going on?
I agree. Well, Kaylin, as you may recall, Casimir's uncle is very sick. Poison,
yes, I remember that. And out of game question, because it literally has been forever. His uncle, there's 2 uncles, right?
Yes.
The good uncle and the bad uncle.
Yes.
And the good uncle is the one who's sick, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Y'all have not met the bad uncle yet.
Not yet.
See, Kaylin, the fact of the matter is the forest dies with Elendros.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't. Appears to be happening.
That's why we need to make haste.
Do we even have a plan?
No, but we know where we need to go.
Okay. Well, I slowly and cautiously jump on this winged horse. And
I thought you were riding Kaz.
no, I changed my mind.
The horses aren't there just
okay.
yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then what are we waiting for?
I want to get on the horse. Stop teasing me.
So, as y'all have gotten into the village square, Lyrian steps up to Kaz, pulls out a scroll, and starts casting fly on you, Kaz, and you start to feel a little bit lighter as the spell starts to take effect. And then you kind of find yourself floating. Balance is all sorts of weird. Go ahead and make a athletics check for me. Or
Okay.
performance.
But my performance is better. Let's see. Oh, yeah. It's a 13.
13. So, while it feels weird being that you've never been airborne of your own accord before, you do get the handle of yourself. You kind of find that center of balance, and you start to recognize what some of the controls, as it may be. You kind of kick forward a little bit and you start to move forward. You lean to the left a little bit. You start to go to the left. You kind of pull your head back, you go up, you push your head down, you go down. You start to get the understanding of what this may entail. You're good.
And Kaz would eventually try to do a flip. As he's started to figure it out. He's like, oh, I think I'm getting the hang of it. And tries to do a flip and kind of doesn't actually do a flip, but just turns as he's flipping. So he thinks that he did a flip. He's like, I'd say I got the hang of this one.
And as you're up in the air, kind of looking around, you see off in the distance three pitch black creatures flying towards the village square. The only thing that you can kind of assume is that those have to be the Gloamsteed that are coming to retrieve you. But you kind of fly around the village a little bit, kind of get some oversight, really kind of get your bearings of how this is going to work, and then you do come back down to the village square with your friends. And as you kind of land, you kind of stumble just a little bit, kicking up a bit of dirt as you kind of find your footing back on solid ground again. Well, I think you did okay. How do you feel, fella?
I think I got this. And he's kind of trying to keep his balance a little bit. Try and keep from just flying off again. Sorry, go ahead.
That spell will last about 8 hours, and it'll take you about 2 to 3 to get where you're going. So You'll have a little bit of extra time should you need it. But be careful. In the Blooming Cascades, magic does get a little weird. So I would be cautious in trying to control yourself within the Cascades themselves.
Okay. What is weird?
Well, there's what we think is a dragon that has kind of taken over the area. And, well, she's been there many years, and that entire area is a bit wonky as it may be.
Well, I guess you live some, you die some, so let's get on with it.
Well, the Gloamsteed will be here momentarily. Anything that you all would need before you head out?
Nothing comes to mind.
Do you have any information about killing dragons? Or like weaknesses on a dragon? Because we've never encountered one before.
I mean,
We have.
Ben!
You're literally sitting
He's
by a
referring
dragon.
to me.
Not who I'm talking about, and you know it. Okay.
Also not related.
Kind of.
well, and
We've been over this.
being that it is likely a fey dragon, it gets a little even more weird than what you may have found in the material plane.
So, in other
Yeah,
words, what you're saying is we're screwed.
No. All dragons are, at their core, they want the same things.
To kill you.
No. They like being talked about. They like things. Most in their later age have amassed quite a hoard, so being able to contribute to that horde can help.
Oh, so they're
Dip-
egotistical.
Quite. And depending on what it looks like, you might be able to find some weaknesses. If it's covered in flowers, it might be susceptible to the fires. If it's rock and stone, then maybe some lightning or force. If it is pitch black, maybe radiance.
Is anyone writing this down? Thank you.
I think we can handle it. Whatever comes.
All I know is I'm excited to see what I can take from these hordes. Because it probably sounds like there's cool things.
I think the whole point of a horde is that you don't take from it. But
Just
what do I
fly.
know?
Fly away. Who's talking to you in the first place? Nobody.
You were.
No,
But
I wasn't. I was talking to your friend over here, not you. Get on. Stop. Just fly away. Nobody was talking.
Gedrick approaches his Gloamsteed cautiously.
Same. I'm doing the same thing.
Okay. And as you approach, creatures are pitch black and their eyes are a piercing purple. As they breathe through out of their snouts, you can see their breath, even though it's not cold. Their wings are kind of tucked back. You can see that they've been prepared with kind of a makeshift set of reins. There's kind of, as you look at it, it's basically just a rope that has been draped over their neck, and kind of tied to kind of give something to hold on to. But as you step closer to them, they kind of shake and drop one wing to kind of give you something to step up onto, because these creatures are quite large, probably 12, 15 feet tall. Like they're pretty massive. And so getting up there alone would be a bit of a feat.
Gedrick, being 6'2", reaches up for them hooves and attempts to climb up onto the back of this thing.
Yeah. And they pay no mind to even you being a larger creature. They are perfectly okay with you stepping on their wing. Even as you slip a little bit, the little bit of a scratch doesn't seem to really affect them.
I'll look back at Lyrian and say,
Hardy creatures. Fascinating.
Well, they've been around quite some time. They've seen their fair share and they know their way around.
I'm a bit concerned that someone like me would stand out on the back of one of these.
They will fly high enough that you shouldn't be seen.
Very good.
and Gedrick still pulls his hood up over his head just as a precaution.
Fair.
Well, let's get going.
I haven't gotten on yet.
Kaylin hasn't even gotten on her steed yet.
I guess I start trying to climb onto this horse, but I'm definitely having trouble because I'm little and short, and
as you walk up next to this horse or Gloamsteed, like it's dropped down its wing, and seeing that you're not quite getting it, it kind of nudges you a little bit with its wing and kind of wraps you in it and tosses you up into the air, steps sideways, and you land on its back. Kind of on your back.
ow. Okay. And I sit up and I gently pat the globe steed, and I'm like, thanks.
They are a bit no nonsense.
Well, can you please tell them next time to be a little bit more gentle?
I hope there isn't a next time.
You know what I mean? Wait, whoa. Are you saying that we're not coming back here?
Well, I do hope you return.
Wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean?
these particular creatures, in this instance, is a one-way trip. They will drop you off, and they will leave.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
Yes, Galen, don't worry. Jean-Luc will have your back, of course, as he always does.
You're already on it, so might as well ride it.
I have nothing else to say. Let's just go.
Cool. And Lyrian kind of walks up in between these glowing steeds, and two, like in between two of them, kind of slaps them on their back leg, and they start sprinting out of the village square.
We're going now. Okay.
And they end up taking off basically right before the tree that had fallen in the main road of the village. And Kaz, as you end up taking off, like, you're a little bit behind, but you are able to catch up. Yeah. About 2 hours of travel. Any conversations that y'all may want to have mid-air as y'all kind of regroup? And it's windy being that you're flying, but you are able to still hear each other.
You'd see Kaz like trying to catch his breath as he's going sometimes. Yeah. All right, so sorry.
No, go ahead.
So we're looking for a sword. Gedrick, did they tell you anything more about what we were to find?
Well, what I recall is that the Blooming Cascades have stones in them with weird carvings that vaguely remind me of the stones we've seen in our own world. But all I know is that the sword, apparently, of memories is your uncle's and one of great power. And I did not get much more than that. It's in the Blooming Cascades.
All right. Well, I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Awesome. Well, as y'all are quite high,
Literally.
as you look
Point of order, just real quick. In my notes, I wrote down remnants. Is that remnants from the people who escaped Vordor's initial assault on the unknown kingdom? Was that what that was referring to, remnants wise, or was that the name of the people there? They're called the Remnant.
No, it was remnants of that kingdom.
Of that kingdom. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So I articulate that to Kaz and Kalen as well.
Yeah.
And say that they are remnants of the kingdom that Vordor infiltrated and manipulated to achieve the power that he has taken.
But as y'all kind of get to cruising altitude, as it may be, you get quite a good look around. You see below you the dense forest of where the Whisperleaf is. You kind of see the large tree that you know Elendor to be under. You also see the moon gloom depths off to the east. This is where you see another dark forest that basically has a drop off into what appears to be like an expanse of ocean or body of water. You also see between the Murmuring Canopy, which is where the Whisperleaf Hamlet is, you also see the Dawn Bloom Expanse, which is where Luxaria, where you previously came from. Those are kind of the three domains of where you currently are. And so you see the crumbled ruins of Luxaria. You see the deep forest within the Dawn Bloom, the Moon Gloom depths, as well as the large body of water that is basically takes off as far as your eye can see. Now, between the Dawn Bloom Expanse and the Moon Gloom depths, you do see a large mountain range. And that is in the direction of where you are heading towards, being the Blooming Cascades. And as you do get closer, you start to see these rocks not up close, but it's almost like these mountains are slightly moving. And in unexpected places where you think there should be no vegetation, there are bright flowers and vines and plant life that just doesn't quite make sense for where this is.
And
Go ahead.
And as Kaz sees this, and he looks over to Kalen, and he says, "Flowers! That means fire!"
Oh! Okay.
If you see a dragon, throw fire.
Have we seen a dragon yet?
Nothing yet.
Are we still flying? Or are we?
You are.
Okay.
You are. You are starting to get really close to these mountains, and you do start to pretty rapidly descend kind of towards the base of these mountains. And as you get closer, these aren't necessarily mountains. They are cliffs. And you see occasionally like little glades, or not glades, but caves and caverns that are kind of sunk into these cliffs. But you do start to quickly descend towards the base of these cliffs and kind of the edge of this mountain pass. As you do come down and land, you're in a little bit of a clearing. And as you look around, behind you is forest. In front of you is cliff. For miles to the left and miles to the right. The only way that seems to get up and over is scaling the cliff.
Well, this is gonna be easy for a horse's ass.
I
This
was
isn't
just
going to be easy
thinking
for any of us.
we are all fucked.
I'm going to look in my bag and see if I have any climbing gear.
Okay. Do you have any rope and pittance?
I'm looking right now. I haven't had D&D Beyond opened up yet. I'm sorry.
You're fine.
And of course, it's taking forever to load. Not now.
I do have a ladder.
How tall? Does it say?
24 feet. Yeah.
Okay.
It would be an inventory, right?
Yes.
I have a crowbar, a hammer, a piton, rope,
Okay.
and hempen, 50 feet. I have a tinderbox, torch, and water skin.
Okay.
Thank God
So
for
I pull
Galen.
out the rope in the hempen.
The hempen rope.
Whatever, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Just rope.
Yeah. It's a hempen rope.
Okay. Will a piton help?
A piton is... It is used for climbing. Think of it...
I have
It
10
would
of
be
those.
something that you would drive into the rock and
Okay.
basically loop your rope through.
Okay, I have 10 of those.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I pull all this stuff out and I say to the group, well, I guess we should just start climbing.
Cool.
One of us should start climbing.
I'll start climbing because I'm the smallest and the
Okay.
most human. So
Right. You said there are cliffs, right?
It is basically sheer cliff face.
So could Casimir still like just fly up to like on the cliffs or on like a platform?
You can try, but I will say the last little bit of getting to this place, you felt your balance starting to become more out of whack.
Okay.
So,
Well, yeah.
That being said, we are going into a skill challenge of climbing this cliff face. You have...
Can we see how far away the distance is from where we are to where we want to get? Like you'd said there were caves or caverns.
Yes. As you were coming in, basically where you got dropped off, it's probably 200-300 feet up, basically straight up from where you are. And as you look, while it is a little bit foggy in here, you do see kind of a glimmer of light higher up in these cliffs, in a little alcove. And as you do look up, you do see on occasion, as you have seen Kaylin take out her pittance, you see some that have already kind of been driven in to the cliff, but they seem a bit too far apart.
Of course they are. I look at Kaz and I say, this world of yours is really complex and maddeningly infuriating.
It's beautiful in its own right, but some things, and as he kind of looks up at it, says, some things seem a lot harder than they used to be.
Well, you didn't have 4 feet back in the day. You only had 2.
Not sure how I'm gonna do this.
You and me both, friend. You and me both.
All right. So, mechanically, just so this kind of makes sense, because this is something a little different from what we have done in the past. There is a progress counter that I'm keeping track of, and a failure counter that I am keeping track of. You must complete the progress before you run out of failures. I will tell you, you have 3 failures.
Joy.
So, you can do this task however you want, depending on how you describe whatever your actions are, will depend on what the DC is and what you were rolling for. And depending on how well you do, you could go up 1 in progress, you could go up 2, you could go up 3, or you could hit a failure depending on what's going on. So, what are we doing? Who is taking the first action, and how are you doing it?
I tie the rope to my waist or my hips, and then
Okay.
I take my little pittons or whatever, and I shove them really hard into the rock, and I start trying to climb that way.
Okay. So this is your first pitton. Go ahead and make a athletics check for me.
Okay. Athletics.
Mm-hmm.
A 3.
Okay. So you go to drive this in, just kind of being your first step up this cliff, and you go to hammer it in, and this one ends up snapping on you. The rock that you've tried to hammer it in is just too tough. In the spot that you've tried. That one, since y'all haven't actually started getting up yet, I'm not going to count against you, but it's not going to count as progress.
So, but you said that there were pittons that were already started.
You do see a handful of them going up. It would take some effort to get to them. so?
I look at Kaylin and say, I don't know how much help this would be, but what do you think of me flying you to the first one, at least so you get a good start?
I mean, we can try it.
I mean, my balance is a little off, but I think to at least the first one should be fine.
Hopefully, we can try it.
Okay.
And Gedrick says, well, I don't know how much help it will be, but I could use a magical hand to perhaps take the pittons and place them in the wall as we go up as well, if it's of help.
Might help, for sure.
What is y'all's passive perception? I don't think anyone's below a 12, right?
No.
Passive, where is that found at?
Mine's an 11.
11.
Mine's a 13. You said perception, right?
Yeah, passive perception.
13 for me as well.
13. Okay. So, as you look up, and it's like neck breaking looking up. You do notice that these cliffs aren't just solid. You actually see them undulating in places. Almost like they're breathing. You see some parts bulge out a little bit. You see a hand, what could possibly be a good handhold, pop out. You see another one shrink back into the cliffside. You see one of those pittons that were there before almost fade out of existence. And then it comes back.
Gedrick has an asinine thought.
Those are the best ones.
He steps up to the mountain, not seeking to climb it, but wants to cast message on the mountain itself.
Okay.
And because Gedrick has already seen the weirdness of the magic of this place, the asinine thought is, will this fucking mountain talk back to me?
I mean, everything else has had at least some form of sentience, so
Yeah.
it's a logical thought.
Okay. So Gedrick will cast message. He will intentionally put his hand on one of the undulating parts near him.
Okay.
And he will cast it. It goes 120 feet. So, like, his thought is, well, however high up the mountain I can get to talk to anything really would be ideal. And Gedrick would say, you're quite an intimidating thing. And I appreciate that about you. But from one misunderstood creature to another, would you mind making our path a little simpler?
Go ahead You can do either persuasion or arcana.
That's easy. Why do I always roll shit when I do something ridiculous? That's a 10.
A 10?
Arcana, yeah.
Okay. So you put your hand against this stone and you speak into this cliff. And you feel a rumble back in your hand. You swear you almost hear a groan. Let me show you. And as you look up to the right, you see a couple of handholds that have made an appearance that appear to be within everyone's reach and are able to be used.
Gedrick will
that's going to count as a success.
Gedrick's going to turn around to everybody and be like,
well, I did not expect this, but I asked the mountain if it would help us, and it appears that it has.
And I point to all the places where there's been a trajectory given to us and say,
I'm one to put my faith in the magic that I've learned, and something about this place is magical beyond even what I can fathom. So I'm putting my faith in this mountain to lead us at least part of the way up.
And Gedrick will start climbing up in the handholds that have been put in his path.
Okay. And as y'all continue up, you get to a little bit of a spot where everyone is able to get a foothold and kind of stand, take a breath, and plan for the next action up the mountain. Who's going next and what are you doing?
I'm gonna try again, and I'm gonna try to grab onto the remind me, I'm sorry, did you say that actual like hand, like, okay, was it actual places that you could grab onto that showed up, or was it like...
Yeah, it's basically like little like edges of rock that you feel like you could really get a good handhold on or a good foot into as you are rock climbing up this cliff.
Okay, I'm gonna just try. I'm not gonna use my pittance.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to use my hands and my feet, and I'm gonna try to grab onto those places.
Given I don't know what my proximity is to her, but could I cast Mage Hand in proximity to her to help secure her, to give her the help action, so to speak?
Yeah.
From casting Mage Hand.
So go ahead and make either athletics or acrobatics, your choice, with advantage.
Both of us, or just
you. You'll roll it with advantage since Gedrick is helping you with his mage hand.
okay? So 14 plus what?
So you'll roll twice, take the higher,
okay,
and then you'll add either athletics or acrobatics.
17. So it was 14, then 17.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, with a 17. What did you choose? Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Cool. So, as you start kind of climbing up, you start to see more handholds and some vines that are kind of growing through here. You're able to catch your foot in just the right spot as you all kind of continue climbing up, and y'all are following suit till you get to another little ledge to kind of catch your breath.
As I'm climbing up this mountain or this whatever we're climbing, I don't normally do this because like I don't believe in this kind of thing, but like I'm thanking the mountain for helping us as we're like making our way up here.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Kaz, you're the only one that hasn't taken an action yet so far. So, what are you thinking?
Well, how far up is like each of the, I guess, platforms per se?
So, I mean, the alcove that you saw the light from was about 300 feet up, and we're roughly going 50 feet per action, give or take, depending on the success or failure.
Okay.
So you're probably 100-ish feet in the air at this point.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't have like a whole lot that is helpful in this use case. Let's see. So that doesn't really help. So yeah, I guess what Kaz would like to try to do is have still using the handholds, but like using the flight ability to kind of take some weight off of him to make it like less like difficult, I guess. Or less like me just trying to pull up myself every single time. And just kind of give me less weight to kind of have to pull up, and just really use the handholds as like balance spots for it, I guess.
Yeah. Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Can I use an influence on him to say this is a watch Gedrick going about his thing, realizing that he's probably the most disadvantaged of us with his, hands 4 feet situation, and try to give him a boost of encouragement, so to speak, of saying, guys, I know this is a precarious situation we find ourselves in. I'm neither more a fan of this than you are, but of all of the people in our group who possess the strength to be able to pull themselves up by this with significant might, I believe that you can do this.
Yeah. What is that? Sorry, is that like a bardic inspiration? But
so, and under it's you determine, and it's I'm urging him, so to speak, and it's apparently under, I can do a charisma check off of performance, persuasion, like I'm coaxing him, perhaps wisdom, to do better. And I don't know what you would do for that. Like, it specifically like says under the actions in combat kind of thing that I would influence a monster. So I didn't want to just use the help action yet. I want to do something creatively different to help him. And I don't know if like I could roll a charisma check or I could roll a persuasion check, and whatever I roll, no pluses, maybe he can add to his roll. I don't know. Your prerogative.
This okay. I see what you're saying. The influence action.
Mhm.
Sorry, this is a new one that I haven't dealt a whole lot with. I mean, it seems like it's.
I just didn't want to be lame and be like, I'm going to give him the help action so he has advantage. I wanted to do something that thematically worked. It wasn't the same thing again.
So, I am reading this as an action to try and persuade a creature to do something that you're wanting. And if they're
Got it.
willing, unwilling, or hesitant, kind of depends on how they react to it. So I don't know that that would apply in this particular use case.
Okay.
But definitely something to kind of keep in mind.
Fair enough.
So that's how I'm reading it at the quick look at it. I'll have to do some more research into it.
You're good. You're good.
So.
Well, I got a 17 anyways. So
Okay. Yeah. You get you see these handholds and you're climbing up, kind of using your flight ability, basically just to take some of the weight off of your hands. Not really trying to fly up this cliff, just enough to make yourself not as heavy. And you do get some good climbs up, and it seems fairly effective. You do end up getting up towards the next ledge where you all can kind of stand. But as you all continue climbing, before you get to this next ledge, you start to hear the vines and roots that are buried within this rock. It starts to groan. You almost feel like you start to hear whispers, and this is to all of you. It's okay to let. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. I need you all to make a wisdom save for me.
A 7.
Nat 20.
So I have the ring of mind shielding. Is this in any way going to protect me from something like that?
Ring of mind shielding. No.
Okay.
That would be for like if someone's trying to read your mind.
Got it. Checking one other thing. That is an 19.
19? Okay. So, just for just for order, how are y'all kind of set up on this cliff? Who's the highest up? Who's middle? Who's bottom? Are y'all kind of situated fairly close to each other? What does this look like?
I'm assuming that I'm the highest up.
Yeah, I would say that I'm like right beneath her,
Okay.
maybe off to her left a little bit, like
Okay.
probably nearing her waist height. And
Okay.
yeah.
I would say I'm at the bottom. That would make sense.
Okay.
With my size.
Cool. So you start to hear those whispers of this mountain basically urging you to let go. And Gedrick, Kaz, you stand firm, you hold on to what you know, like you can't give into it. As you both look up to start and grab for the next handhold, you see Kaylin kind of shaking her head. You see her foot slip as she almost willingly lets go of this cliff and starts to fall.
I would like to, while I'm noticing this, I have a wand of web.
Okay.
Or wand of web that allows me to cast 7 charges of web.
Okay.
And I would like to cast that like really before she falls, if I can, if I have like time. While holding it, you expend 1 charge to cast web. This spell save DC would be 13 from it. And yeah.
Okay. In this particular case, it wouldn't necessarily be a save for her. More of a kind of an attack roll for you. As you try to send off this web, are you trying to basically web her hand back to the rock? What does this look like?
Well, it feels like a 20-foot cube, so I'm just trying to like get her back up against
I
like
see.
the mountain.
I see.
Does that make sense? I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, with it being that big, I mean, you're able to get this cast off, and basically it sticks her back to this cliff. Now, she may have some struggles continuing forward, being that she is kind of unwillingly stuck to this cliff. How long does it last for?
It's a concentration, so
Okay.
And an hour as long as I'm like concentrating on it. So
Okay.
technically it can fall off if I decide for it to.
Okay.
But
so
yeah.
Kaylin, kind of coming back to reality as you feel like you've almost dozed off a little bit. You quickly recognize that neither of your hands are in a handhold. But you also realize that you can't really move. You kind of feel this sticky kind of, you're pressed up against the rock, and you've got this sticky web that has basically encapsulated you against the cliffside. What are you doing?
Do I realize that I had almost fallen?
You can kind of put two and two together since your hands are no longer holding on to any handholds or anything, that you may have kind of lost your mind a little bit and decided to let go.
I'm just gonna push it out of my head, and I'm gonna just try to keep climbing because I don't want to think about it.
Okay. Since you're essentially unwillingly held in this spot, I do need you to go ahead and make an athletics check against Casimir's spell save DC, which was 13, correct?
It's actually a dexterity save of 11.
Dexterity save of 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
What it says on here afterwards.
You said wisdom again? I'm sorry.
Dexterity save.
Dexterity.
To break out of it.
A 5.
5. So you go to push your hand up to get back to a handhold, and you can't really budge. You do hear below and basically beside you, Gedrick and Casimir kind of shouting back and forth to each other. You recognize them kind of yelling about you almost falling off.
Can we just keep moving? I don't want to be here any longer than we have to be.
Well, would you rather fall?
I just want to be done. What is going on? Why are we still climbing this stupid mountain? I just want to be done with it.
Gedrick once again on the wall casts message against the wall, and kind of the same goal, but just different, saying,
well, that was a little bit unfriendly. But I understand. I'd be a little upset at a bunch of ne'er-do-wells climbing on you as well. But I would greatly appreciate it if you didn't do that again. If you'd be so kind.
Go ahead and make Persuasion or Arcana.
okay. Arcana, that is a 22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
And you, slightly, a little bit of force in your voice. Just a little frustrated with what's going on. The cliffs again, you hear him, you feel him kind of rumble under your hands. And you start to feel the handholds that your hands are in now become even more pronounced.
Mm-hmm.
Almost apologetically. And you see more that have become quite pronounced in their shape. And you are able to easily kind of continue climbing up. As you do pass by Kaylin, since she's kind of spiderwebbed against the cliff,
Mm-hmm.
I would allow you to go ahead and grab her and kind of get
Mm-hmm.
her out of that in conjunction with the help of Kashmir to drop
Yeah.
the spell. That way
Yeah,
she doesn't
absolutely.
just fall.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that.
Cool. So you grab her, let her know, or let Kashmir know, hey, go ahead and drop the spell. And while you're kind of there, spell drops, the web just kind of falls off of her, and you see it start to float to the ground. Kind of check with her, and y'all are able to continue on. Y'all have had mostly successes with only one failure so far.
Could I say that as a part of the message as it responded to me, I would say I would message immediately back and say, I am truly sorry that this is taking some time, but we are grateful for your patience.
Yeah. And it continues to give you these handholds and footholds going up. You look up and you definitely start to see the light from this alcove a bit brighter now. As you have gotten higher up on this cliff, it has gotten a bit chillier. And so you can kind of only assume that it's probably a fire. Y'all are probably 50, 75 feet from kind of the final ledge that would lead to that alcove.
Well, friends, I think we're nearing the end of this. I think we can push ahead. Just a bit more. Come on.
Kaz would like to try to just fly up the rest of the way.
Okay. Go ahead and using your spellcasting modifier, go ahead and make a check for me. I forget what yours is exact. I think yours is wisdom.
Something.
Yeah. So go ahead and make a wisdom check for me.
Okay. I wish it was something else. That's all right.
Yeah, D20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Yeah, well, my spellcasting modifier is 0. So that's a 14.
14. Just enough. So you go like really uncertain with what you're about to do, and you kind of plant your hose against the cliffs in some good footholds, and you get just a good jump. You kick away from the cliffs just a little bit, but you do get a good probably 25 feet of flight upwards before you start to feel really shaky, as that does count as another point of success for you. I will tell you that y'all are 2 away from completing.
Well, I was going to say to Kaylin, since you've had the rope around your waist for all this time,
You said we're about 50 to 75 feet away?
About 50 now.
Okay.
I don't know how you feel about this, Kaylin, but if you would like, and you would trust me, you could give me your rope, and I will make a quick trek up. And I will look at Jean-Luc and say, if you would be so kind as to assist me, because I know that you can get about the same distance with those incredible legs of yours, we might be able to extend to Kaylin a rope, a distance up, and give her an aid up with the rope.
And basically what I'm suggesting, Abby, is that I would take your rope from you, misty step up to a spot that I can see on the mountainside to grab onto, with Jean-Luc possibly mirthfully leaping with me, or mirthfully then leaping towards me, and then the two of us lower down the rope to help her up the rest of the way of the distance.
Okay.
Because I'd be looking for a ledge that you've said have been periodically where we are.
Yeah.
So I look at Gedrick and I say, you want me to hand you the rope that is attached to me right now?
Yes, I would need to have it on my person in order to take it with me. Or Jean-Luc could technically take it and mirthful leap up to that location as well, I suppose. With the rope still attached to you, I suppose.
Which, now that I'm thinking about it, that would actually make more sense from a planning side. Like, if he saw the location, jumped that location, I see where he is, that guarantees me at least a spot to land fairly safely and securely, and then I can help him pull her the rest of the way up. Since she has it tied around her waist, he could take what's left of the rope up, jump up there, I follow, pull her up that way, was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Whatever
Sorry,
you
Abby.
need me to do, just please hurry, because I'm freezing, I'm freaking out, and I don't want to die by falling off this cliff.
I completely agree. Jean-Luc, do you think you could find a spot to, and I could possibly talk to the mountain one more time to see if it will give you at least a semblance of ground to jump to.
Am I already up all the way?
You are the closest to the top ledge of where y'all are going to. You're about 25 feet from this ledge.
Okay. What?
Well, that Jean-Luc, if you want to do, you could jump on to and hold on to Kaz perhaps, and pull, with Kaz's help, Kaylin up, and I could misty step up to where you all are.
Well, the climbing isn't as... could certainly climb. The leaping is a bit of a problem because, well, I can't really run to make the leap.
Yes. Quite right.
But
Well,
I can certainly try to climb up to him. And he will. Let's see here. Yeah. So You see him, of course, being satyr, his hands and then his hood feet, like a mountain goat, just getting all the perfect hand spots going up.
Parkour.
And he gets up right next to Kaz and basically just leans against the side of the cliff, just like a mountain goat. And he has kind of carried the rope up with him, and he's going to start pulling you up, Kalen, just to make sure that he's got the strength for it. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say when I see him get to where he is, I would then Misty Step to him, with a place to hold. I'm assuming.
Yeah. So you can certainly get there with your Misty Step, but are you Misty Stepping Kalen too?
No. I was gonna Misty Step to where he was so that I could help him get it up. So that way,
yeah,
it wasn't two weaklings potentially, or one weakling trying to carry her up.
I mean, he ended up with a nat 20 on his strength roll.
Oh,
so,
okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah, he just
showing off,
climbing or pulling.
So then, as he does that, Gedrick just Misty Steps right next to him, and he's like, "Oh, well, look at you, Jean-Luc."
Climbing's the easy part. I could use some help with pulling.
Of course.
And y'all end up getting Kalen pulled up to where y'all are. You've got one more action to finish this up. And as long as we don't critically fail, then y'all will be good.
Can we just turn back now?
I like her better when she's asleep. And Kaz would just get up to the top, take the rope, and just like pull all of them up, or try to like just pull the rest of them up whenever he gets up there.
Okay. Go ahead and make a final athletics check for your last climb up the last 20 feet or so.
That's 19.
19, yeah. You get up without any issues. Taking the rope with you. You end up pulling Kalen up. And then y'all can toss the rope back down to pull up both Jean-Luc and Gedrick to get up to the top of, into a ledge that leads into an alcove within these cliffs. Kind of shake off the dirt, brush off, untie the rope from around your waist. As you see into the cliff, probably 50 feet or so, the brighter glow of what is likely a campfire, kind of tucked around the corner.
So we haven't made it to the top yet?
You'll have.
Yay! Woohoo!
Now we're level 8s.
Yes. Okay.
Y'all are still level 6 right now.
Just skip a whole level. Love it.
Gedrick will just say, well, should we approach with stealth, or should we just make our presence known?
Hold on. I have something that might be able to help.
Oh no, the question was directed towards you, Kaylin, because more often than not, you're the one who makes that decision for us, whether we want it or not.
Sorry, hold on. I have a ring of invisibility. Can I put it on and go and walk towards the campfire to investigate?
Hey, Kaylin, you've done this once before, and that's how we got here in the first place.
You're more than welcome to do whatever you want.
She just remembered that she did that. She
No.
just remembered.
I was looking at Stetson's face.
You're more than welcome to do whatever you want.
Okay. I'm going to put on the ring of invisibility. It says, while wearing this ring, you can turn invisible as an action. Anything you are wearing or carrying is invisible with you. You remain invisible until the ring is removed, until you attack or cast a spell, or until you use a bonus action to become visible again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put on this ring, and I'm not going to say anything to the guys. I'm going to walk towards this fire.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay.
Guys, am I wrong? Is this how we got here in the first place?
No, you're not.
I rolled twice, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Although, sorry.
No, go ahead.
That's a after talk. Sorry.
Okay. You feel like you're pretty well hidden. As you kind of start to tiptoe your way towards the fire, Casimir, Gedrick, you see her slip on this ring, and much like Frodo in Lord of the Rings, just instantly gone. Kaylin, as you kind of start making your way down into this alcove and you start to turn the corner, that you start to feel the warmth coming from this alcove. You go and turn to look around. You do see a campfire, and you see a short humanoid creature that is set cross-legged in front of the fire. You see this creature is clothed in bright flowers. Their shirt, their pants, no shoes, quite large feet. You do notice that the feet are quite hairy. Creature is shorter in stature. And you see him sitting there whittling away at a piece of wood, whistling to himself.
Can I walk behind him? And kind of just kind of linger there and just, watch him.
Yeah.
But stand like right behind him.
Okay.
Okay. And do I hear him saying anything? Like, I know you said he's whistling. Like, is he talking?
Not immediately. As you've kind of stood there for a second, you hear him whistling, and then he stops. Can I help you?
Wait. Whoa. I guess he heard me laughing because I'm a little freaked out right now. I still don't say anything. Like, I stop laughing.
Okay.
I just pretend like I'm not there.
he stands up, and he's no taller than probably your chest. As you see this male gnome, but not quite gnome that you're used to seeing, that you've seen in the material plane. Ears are a bit larger. Nose is quite long. For being in the Fae and clothing being fairly utilitarian in what it is, he seems dressed quite flamboyantly.
Do I get a sense that he is like evil, good? Can I make a perception check?
I mean, I haven't really engaged with him, so I not off the bat unless you had a spell or something that would allow you to.
I'm gonna say, how did you know I was there?
Well, you're not the quietest when you walk around. You kind of plod.
I thought I was very quiet.
Well, I got really good hearing.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna show myself until you tell me if it's safe to do so or not.
Man, as long as you don't mess with me, I'm not gonna mess with you.
I wasn't planning on messing with you, but
well, then why'd you try to sneak up behind me?
Well, because look, my friends and I have been it's been a really long journey, and
did you have to climb the cliffs?
Yes, we did, and
it sucks, doesn't it?
It's awful. And even before the cliffs, we were I'm just spilling my guts to this guy at this point. I'm
Girl, let me tell you, I had to do it just a couple days ago.
But wait a minute.
Sucked.
Okay, I take off my ring and I like show up or whatever. And I say, but did you get stuck in a cave and end up in the Feywild in the first place? Because that's what happened. The last time I saw actual like human people was
Darling, I was born in this weird place.
You were born
I've been here my whole in the Feywild.
So you've never been to anywhere else but the Feywild?
Yeah. Most people born here don't leave.
You are missing out, my friend.
Well, tell me more about it, girl.
Well, I should probably introduce you to my friends. They're hiding behind.
Well, go get them. Grimaldi loves to meet new people.
Okay. I yell for Gedrick and Kaz, and I'm like, I think it's safe. I met a nice man. Are you coming or not?
And Gedrick looks at Kaz and Gedrick looks at Kaz and says, in a very hushed voice, "How long do we make her wait?"
I promise I have friends. They're just being rude.
Well, you can tell them I don't bite, honey.
That's not what I'm saying. They just like to pick on me and make fun of me, and I'm alone in this world, so they're taking their sweet time to come meet you because they're jerks. I walk towards them and I poke my head around the I guess I'm assuming there's kind of a cliff face that he's kind of hiding behind.
Yeah.
And I poked my head and I said, "Get your butts over here and stop hiding. You're making me look bad. Really bad."
Gedrick intentionally pushes Jean-Luc in front and says,
You lead the way in this instance.
All right, let's go. And he starts walking over toward you, Kaylin. You all kind of walk around this corner.
as we're walking, I'm ritually casting detect magic.
Okay. Yeah. And immediately as you walk around the corner, Gedrick, Grimaldi catch sight of you. Oh, boy, look, this tall drink of water.
Excuse
You
me,
didn't
what?
tell me that you had one of them dragonborns.
He's very shy, okay? He doesn't like people to know that he's a dragonborn. And we try to keep it a secret because, dragonborns are looked down upon in society on any plane.
Girl, everyone is welcome here in the Feywild. Well, most. Yeah, most.
I look at Kaz and I look at Gedrick and I'm like, I don't think it's been very welcoming the past few. I don't know. Anyways, what did you say your name was again?
Well, I'm Grimaldi.
Grimaldi. And
Grimaldi. Yeah, Maldi.
Okay. And what are you exactly?
Well,
very into dragonborns.
I've been mining most of my life. I dig a lot of rock, and you can see now that you've all kind of gotten in here, kind of over against one of the side walls. You see pickaxe, as well as an axe that he's kind of laid down for the evening, and you see kind of tunnels that go in deeper to the mountains. I've been here about a while. Been picking down this mountain and kind of got turned away a little bit. There's been some grumblings and there's been some apologies. My eye is itching. There's been some struggles getting further into the mountain a bit. I feel like I've been coming up against either some really hard rock or something guarding the place.
Well,
you know, there's rumors of dragon being in these parts.
That's what we heard. And what did you say he was wearing again?
Like essentially clothing made out of flowers of the area.
Okay, I look at
flowers
Kaz.
that have kind of been stitched on to some sort of cloak.
Okay, I look at Kaz, and
very flamboyant looking.
I whispered to him, and I said, "Are we supposed to look out for flowers?" He's wearing a lot of them. And then I look at Gedrick and I whisper the same thing. And I say, are we supposed to be looking for flowers? Sure is wearing a lot of them. What if he's the dragon?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the dragon, honey.
Oh, golly.
I told you I got good hearing.
We were just told that apparently the dragons in this area really like flowers, and you're wearing a lot of flowers on your cloak. It's a beautiful cloak.
This I made long ago, darling, and I was not in these mountains when this cloak was made. I was actually over in the Moon Gloom Depths.
Okay, well, can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Are you afraid of fire?
I don't have any problem with it. As long as you're not using it on me, I don't care.
So you are afraid of fire.
I don't want to die. Fire hurts. Everybody. It doesn't hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. But nobody likes fire, like, on them.
Anyways, what are you doing here?
Well, I'm setting up to rest for the night. You're more than welcome to join me.
Where are you going?
Seems like you've had a bit of a climb today.
I mean, it hasn't been fun. I was doing well until the mountain started talking to me, telling me to let go.
Yeah, it likes to talk quite a bit.
Why did you climb up this mountain? What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for anything that may be of value. Precious stones, precious metals, anything that I can make a decent buck on. You're muted, Nathan. Is your mic like hardware muted?
Interesting.
What's with you and Dragonborn?
I think he just looks hot.
Well, he has a girlfriend.
I'm sorry, mister.
It's quite all right.
I nudge Gedrick and I say, I'm just trying to help you.
I don't need your help, but please keep me out of this
situation.
Thank you.
But yes, he does have
in all of this time, has detect magic pick anything up?
Nothing. I mean,
Nothing.
nothing
All right.
more than normal Fey weirdy bullshit.
Got it. Could I make an insight check on his statement about wanting to find treasure?
Yeah. Go for it.
Gedrick is so unbelievably uncomfortable with all of the flamboyancy. That was a natural one with a +1.
As far as you can tell, he's being truthful.
We're looking for a sword that is said to be up here. Need really much more information than that.
Or perhaps if you know of any or have seen any stones with odd or interesting carvings in them.
Didn't
Well-
he just say he was looking for stones? Gedrick, are you
Yes, so I
listening?
assumed that maybe he's seen some.
Oh, okay.
I have seen a couple weird, what almost look like etchings. A little further in, once I got digging. They've been getting a little more frequent. I've only been here about, well, a couple weeks, I think, and started out didn't see anything, but as I've gotten closer, it seems like there's some more of them. Etchings of stuff I've never seen. Granted, I'm not much of a magic type. I like to do more fighting with my axe and my hands. But
I bet you do.
I'm pretty good with them.
Well, did they happen to look like this?
And Gedrick will pull out the journal about the stones that we found. Again, this is a deep callback. I'm sorry if I catch you off guard, but the journal that I found underneath the graveyard in Exandria, when we saved Kaelin from those spiders, you had specifically said that journal had references to powerful stones inside of Exandria, and they had carvings on them. And I'm wondering if this journal would have imagery in there. Again, I know it's a long shot, but I'm just thinking if it's in the same vein as that, would he recognize the stones and be like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I've seen. Those carvings are exactly what I've seen.
Do you just want to come with me? I mean, you're all welcome to come, but I'd like you to come take a look. Just make sure that my eyes aren't crossed, but I think they look like that.
How far is it to see the stones?
150 feet?
I suppose if you stay in front of us, yes.
I don't mind.
What are you
And
afraid of?
Quite a few many things here. I didn't think I would have to be afraid of the mountains, but clearly I have to. They almost killed you.
He goes, he picks up his pickaxe, but he leaves his axe on the floor. He's like, well, let's go back down where I've been digging a little bit, and I can show you what I've been seeing. He walks down a little bit, probably 90 feet. Never mind, because you've already ritually cast it. So, yeah.
Correct.
You'd have to do it again for it to kick again. Okay. My brain's
Correct.
turning off.
It's all good.
So,
And to be perfectly honest, Gedrick would cast it again.
Okay. Yeah. So, as you get down towards where it seems like he's kind of stalled out, you do see these symbols etched into the wall, and you start to look over them. You look in the book, you look back, and they match. And as you cast Detect Magic, you do pick up a strong sense of illusion magic. Almost like there's something blocking or hiding the way.
But he said that he hasn't gotten very far into
like
this.
You can look around and you can see where the majority of these glyphs and runes are. Like he's gone kind of the opposite wall and kind of pushed back to open up this area a little bit more.
Mhm.
And you can see where he's tried to chip away at this wall. And you can tell it's just not making progress.
But he hasn't specifically chipped on the wall where there are carvings, right?
He has.
Oh, he has. Okay.
And it's just not making any progress. Like you can see little chunks here and there that have come out, but nothing major.
Can we read it at all? Sorry to clear that.
They're just glyphs and runes. There's not really any writing per se.
I turn to Casimir and Kaylin and say,
Well, there is a powerful magic here. One that obfuscates what we would see. I'm not sure what's on the other side, but whatever it is, we cannot. We can try to pass through it. But right now, I do not have the means to put this illusion to bed.
So it is a solid wall, correct? Or what we can perceive to be a solid wall.
Yeah.
Okay. I would like to try to place a window.
Explain to me how.
I have a placeable window on my cloak. Useful items.
I forgot about that.
That is.
Is there any specific text about it?
It is 2 foot wide, 4 feet tall, and 2 feet deep.
Okay.
That's all it gives me on D&D
Okay.
Beyond.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes. You peel this patch off of your cloak, or robe, and you stick it to this wall. And you see a glimmer pop up in the shape of this, what would be kind of a rectangular window. And you see it start to form, and you see it struggling just a bit, like it's fighting something. You go to move the patch just a little bit more, try to smooth it out against this wall with your hand, and you finally get it just right to where this window pops into place. it you are able to see through. It is blurry because of the magic that is fighting against it. But you do see beyond this wall. It opens up into a bigger cave.
Um,
And as this happens, Grimaldi's sitting there with you. Well, ain't that some? Thought it was a little hard to get through there. I'm curious. I know I got some stuff back in my pack. Are any of you magic casters?
Yes.
I think all of us are.
Well, I got some scrolls back in my pack that I picked up, well, a while ago. I don't know if they'll be any help. I can't read them.
Give them to your
But-
scaly friend.
Will you help teach me what they say?
Gedrick gives Kaylin the dirtiest look. I can try.
He's a really good teacher.
She wouldn't know.
Where is it?
While you're at it, Gedrick, you can teach us all how to read these scrolls. So you're not by yourself.
I suppose that's true.
We'll all be your little pupils.
So, DM, while you're looking at that, I guess.
Yeah.
It doesn't say that can or cannot open. So
in this
my
case,
head,
okay.
in
Go
my
ahead.
head,
Go ahead.
it should be able to, like, a window logically open. But
In this particular case, it's going to be a solid window, not one that could be opened and or closed.
okay,
That
worth that.
it is. That would be a little overpowered. So, oh, what is this? I'm looking for a thing.
So I follow Grimaldi up to his pack, and
Yeah.
I'm keeping an eye on him the whole time.
Yeah, certainly.
Flattered as Gedrick is, he still is untrusting.
So y'all walk back to where the campfire is, and Grimaldi walks over to his pack and picks it up, kind of flips it over, and just starts dumping everything out of it. You see a couple tied up scrolls bounce on the floor. You see a couple gems that he's picked up along the way. An extra dagger that he had within the bag. Like nothing major, but you do catch sight of these scrolls. Gedrick is... You know what magic scrolls typically look like, and these seem like they're going to be promising. Well, I typically ask for some sort of trade, but I got a little bit of proposition for you.
Uh-oh.
I I like exploring new things. I like finding new stuff. And I'll admit, I'm a bit intrigued by what's on the other side of that wall. If I got something here that's going to help, I'd be willing to give it to you if you let me tag along with you for a little bit. Just to see what's going on the other side.
Can I make a perception check to see if it has any underlining, like, reasons, or if he's literally being legit?
Yeah. It'd probably be insight.
Okay. A 19.
He seems genuinely curious on what's on the other side, and he wants to find out what's going on. From what you can tell.
Okay. I look at Gedrick and I said, I think we can them.
Well, I trust you, so if you believe that's the case, then yes, Grimaldi, if you would like to tag along with us, you may.
Well, let's see what I got here, and we can go from there. Like I said, if there's something there, I would be I'd like to tag along if we could make that sort of trade.
Yes, well, what we're looking for, you cannot have.
That's
to be clear.
Fine.
You might. Sorry. You might want to bring your axe, though.
Indeed.
Oh, I plan if we're going through that wall, there's likely something on the other side that doesn't want us being there. Most things that have that kind of structure, there's typically something that ain't the most fun. So, I'll be taking my axe. Anywho, this is what I got. And he kind of walks up. He's got 2 scrolls in his hand. I don't know what these are. I don't know that those gems are going to do anything for us, but you want to take a look at these?
Certainly.
Cool. You grab the first one, you untie it, you open it up, you start reading through it, and it is a scroll of knock.
Okay.
And the other one is a scroll of featherfall.
Okay.
So.
Well, this one, and I hold up the knock one and say, this one seems the most promising. Certainly possesses within it the capability to help us. So.
Well, that's exciting.
This other one.
Can you show me what you're looking for to kind of help me understand in the future if I come across some of these things, what I might be able to understand? Like, all I see on here is weird writings. Granted, I've never been good at the readings. Is there something that I can see that might tell me what it is? Pictures, maybe?
Well, it is difficult to explain sometimes, but I suppose if we make it through this, I could show you something.
I'll take you up on it. You know, I know you're a little cautious of me, but I, I genuinely, I like adventuring and I like meeting new people, and I, I, I'm glad that I at least get to spend a little bit of time with you guys. I apologize if I came off a little much. I don't get to see good-looking people like you very often.
Well, in a place like this, I'm sure not a lot of good-looking people come around here. So, I'm grateful for the compliment, my friend, and I too understand what it means to be treated differently because you're different. Excuse me.
Well,
We're a group of misfits.
yeah. I wish it wasn't like that all the time. But, you know. Anywho, before I get all in my feels,
It's so
do y'all-
bad.
do y'all want to do this now or do y'all want to do it after a little bit of rest?
I don't know about you, but that mountain climb was a lot of work.
Yeah, we could do it in the morning. Don't know how we'll get back, but because we'll lose the flight ability, but
Well, Lyrian said coming back was not the highest probability. At least not as a return flight, anyways.
I do want to see Elendor one last time.
Of course. Well, we're gonna take a rest. Might as well use this. And Gedrick will, because I'm an idiot and I exchanged Dispel Magic for this, and I'm going to, cast Tiny Hut.
What?
Show.
Okay.
Waste. Such a waste. Unbelievable.
So, you go to cast Liam's Tiny Hut, and the door basically kind of sets itself at an angle in the floor. You go to open up the door. What does your tiny hut look like, smell like, sound like? What's happening? Is it just a big old party?
No. You step into a room that is very much like a sitting room, and in the sitting room you see tea, and you see fireplace, and you see essentially what amounts to looks like probably what was Gedrick's safest place for him, which was a room full of books, and looks like a library, just wall-to-wall books. I mean, if you picture Beauty and the Beast's library, that's essentially what it looks like on the inside. Obviously, a little bit more opaque.
You gave the grandpa of the group his dream house, so of course it's not a party.
True, it's true.
No, it's great. So everyone steps in. Grimaldi kind of taken aback in shock, like, he's never seen something this refined. You look back at him and you see him crying just a little bit. Like, he's never seen something so well put together, where everything's in its place, everything has a place, and just the smell of old tomes and old wooden shelves just whacks him in the face. I don't know what this is. I don't know how to feel. I'm leaking a little bit. What's going on?
Well, it takes some getting used to, but it's at least a safe place to stay for a good night's rest.
Yeah. Just when I thought that I'd seen quite a lot, 'cause I've been around a while. I ain't never seen nothing like this. And I can stay in here with you tonight, right?
Yes, anyone that I invite into the space may stay with us. Yes, and Grimaldi, you're invited.
Well, Gedrick, I don't know what to say. I haven't had the best luck. I've been trying to find these things and trying to make a little bit of money for the family back home, and you know, I haven't slept on something semi-comfortable in months. I'm sorry if I'm all emotional. I appreciate it.
You're quite welcome.
Anywho, I'm gonna go tuck over here in the corner if that's all right.
No need. There are rooms for everyone, with beds, and you should be able to find one.
And he just starts bawling. Well, okay then. Means a lot to Grimaldi. And he's gonna kind of he's gonna walk off towards one of the rooms, and go find a place to sleep. So y'all
Next session, I will have a more poetic description of
Yeah.
my tiny hut.
You're good. Here, the four of you gathered up for you, Gedrick, a place that you've seen pretty regularly. Kaz, Kalen, first time that really got to see the Garradorn Library. Any final conversations before y'all turn in for the evening?
Not really, no.
Should we keep an eye on Grimaldi overnight?
Why do you say that?
I genuinely don't know. It's not because of who he is. It's because of where we are.
Do you think he's
Nothing
gonna
is as
hurt
it seems.
Is that what you're worried about? Do you think he's gonna hurt himself?
Not hurt himself, hurt us, perhaps.
Did you see his reaction to you letting him stay the night here?
I know, and believe me, I'm glad that it was so meaningful to him.
Just put a magical lock on your door. And then
Trust me, don't think I didn't think about that.
I will also sleep with my, weapons close to me, but I really don't think you have anything to worry about. He is precious. He is the nicest person we have come across in this land of craziness.
I beg to differ. Elendor, Lillian were quite kind.
Yes, the people that we just met were nice, but he is so nice. Like, you're just, uncomfortable that he has a tiny little crush on you.
Casimir, you grew up here. Please tell me if I'm being overly concerned.
I think Kaylin's right. We've woken up to so many terrible things here lately. I think a lot of us are just expecting something bad to happen.
Very, very well. Well,
And honestly, if he were to kill you, I don't think he would do it until you helped him open the wall. So at least you're safe for tonight.
I suppose that's just true.
Actually, is very sound advice. Thank you.
The best advice Kaylin's ever given. Oh, Lordy.
Well, there are rooms for all of you.
Well, the first time I had a room to
love your
myself.
home. It's very cozy and welcoming. I promise I will not destroy anything on purpose.
Well, you could certainly try to destroy something, but it will stay.
Oh, okay.
Challenge accepted.
Oh, don't worry, Kaz. I've thought of you. Down the way over there, there's a fighting room that you can go to town.
I want to go to the fighting room.
Let's go.
Yeah, you both can. Please, by all means. It's even soundproof, so that those of us who would rather sleep through the night could sleep, not have to listen to... Well, I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
Well,
With
Kaz
that,
definitely actually goes to the fighting room. But yeah, before he sleeps, he needs to.
I will say that in light of us being in this space, that when Palmer comes out of his jacket, rather than seeing the blackbird that you would typically see, you see instead a bluebird, but it looks very ethereal and magical, not typical for what you've seen of Palmer. Palmer's typically been a blackbird. In this context, you see him flash with blue in this context, and he quite stands out and has a little perch at the table where Gedrick goes and sits down and has some tea.
Nice.
Cool. And that's where we're going to wrap up tonight.